Hi and welcome to part 2 of this storytelling and role-playing let's play in the Iberian Struggle in Crusader Kings 3. With role-playing I mean that I'm going about achieving my overarching goals, which is to end the Iberian Struggle by ways of conciliation and détente. But I am not doing a speedrun or a tutorial on how to achieve this as effectively as possible. I am playing after my character's traits and the personality I am developing for him during the let's play. And the development of the character takes place in the storytelling parts where I add depth and flavor to the characters, to my character and the characters around him. It could be some written dialogue or environmental storytelling or some poem when there are events and things happening that inspires me to do so. And as I said in the first episode, I am doing this I'm thinking about doing this as a weekend content, so I will have my other let's play where I'm the King of Sweden and playing as the Norse Viking on weekdays, and this Struggle for Iberia on Saturdays and Sundays. And if this is something that you want to see continued, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to encourage me to keep on doing it, because by now I'm back at my full-time job. My summer holidays are over, so I will have a harder time finding time to create content. I'm enjoying it, but there are other things in life as well. So if you want me to continue, feel free to encourage me by showing your appreciation, I suppose. So today we have gotten the piety needed to increase our power here in the Duchy of Gothia in Barcelona. Our next goal is to take over control of the duchy, but first we have a score to settle with our cousin, Count Sunir. In the last episode he messed up my notes when I was studying Arabic, just because he's my rival and he hates me, I hate him. And now we have the piety we need to get the church to endorse my war against him. We are going to declare, because he is vastly inferior to me, we are going to declare a war with this new Casus Belli here. It's new for the Iberian Struggle flavor pack, I believe. Struggle Clash, which will allow me to take all the bordering counties. So I will take these two from him if I win this war. And here is the war music playing, and we will raise all armies. What is he trying to do there? It looks like I will win if I engage him. So let's go engage him in the hills of the bishopric of Sitges. I think I've been there. Is that the place with the bells and a nice beach? Well, that's not. If you know the Barcelona area, maybe you know. Well, it's Saint Paul de Mer, I think it was. You try to run away, cousin, but I will catch you. No, don't go to the mountains. I don't want to engage him in the mountains, so if you're gonna stand there, we will go to your capital. siege that. He will try to siege my capital, I think. Can we siege faster? That is the question. I could go... Do we have a siege? Yes. I have a guest here who is good at sieging. He's also a decent fighter. It will cost me a lot of money to recruit him. So let's hold off on that for now. I'm used to playing my other Let's Play with the Norse Viking, and they seldom have problems with money, so but when you're feudal you need to hold on to your coins. It looks like we are sieging faster than him, or at least in the lead with our siege, so hopefully we can take his capital before he takes ours, and then also maybe make it back. Yes, and I took his daughter, which means that I won the war. I don't even need to go. She's worth 50 gold. I could ransom her, because I'm gonna win the war anyway. And he's not at my capital, which means that even if he wins this siege, he won't be able to capture my daughters, I think. So maybe I should take the 50 gold for her, because as I said, you need money when you're a small count. And then go try to engage his army instead. Because if we make it there in time before he takes it, we should get the defensive advantage for mountains. So let's do that. I hope we can make it there before he takes the castle. Yes, we did. That is good, and we are crushing him there. That is really good. It's a victory. But he hasn't given me an answer yet for his daughter. Or did he? Because I have no prisoners, so yeah, and I have more gold, so he should have. He ransomed her. I didn't see the notification. Yeah, here it is. Ransom accepted. That's good. And we beat Sami, and we still win the war. So, cousin, you are now out. So be it. We are now have a much better power base here. Here's the Duchy of Barcelona, the Shore Duchy. This should be ours in time. I now hold more holdings than I can manage, and I really can't grant anything to a vassal unless I have a barony, and I don't. I could give this to one of my brothers, but I need to be the duke to have counts as vassals. So that should be our next step here. Well, it says that I'm stronger than my liege. I have 1,000 men. He has 1,700. So it takes into consideration that I have allies. Who are my allies, and can I count on them? There's this Slavonian. He should be able to get here. And there's this Irish chieftain. I don't think I should count on his forces. He will probably try to send them down here, but there's also Prince Louis. He will get here as well. So let our levies reinforce first, and then we will start thinking about taking on the Duke. How is my language scheme progressing? I have a good chance of learning Arabic. There are things going on around us. Sakaliba settlers. A band of several hundred pale-skinned Sakaliba, enslaved men and women from the eastern reaches of Europe, have escaped the realm of my acquaintance, Sultan Muhammad. Talk as he may about how treasured they were in his armies and his harem, they have braved many dangers to seek freedom in my lands. We all have scars, their leader Olina tells me, on our bodies or deep inside, but we are strong and determined. We long for some lands of our own, where we can speak our ancestral tongue. If you let us settle in the city of Olot, we would work hard to make it prosper. So here is Olina. She's a Muslim Russian girl who has been in the harem of the Sultan of Al-Andalus. So I could make her a major, which will give her a city, and it will make me maybe make me a rival to the Sultan here. But I think this seems like the best choice. You know, if they have come here seeking my protection, we should give them a home. Does this? No, it means that I'm replacing my current major. Yeah, let's do that. It sounds like the most fun option. And it's good if your strife is to go for the conciliation and the détente, to have people of other cultures and faiths, I hope. A sudden shock. I have ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times I thought nothing could upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down the practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentum keeps me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. Then, as if time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. So my horse threw me. I could go for try to calm her down, approach challenge, or I could dive for stable grounds. No, I'm gonna try to calm her down. I might get wounded, but I hope not. In charge. I can feel myself being thrown left and right, but no motion can make me loosen my grasp on the reins and the saddle. My commands eventually suit the horse, and the animal is soon back to stomping eagerly on the hard-packed ground, as stable as ever. So I could gain martial experience and be an experienced rider, or I could I will take personal care to train this one, which will give me a war horse. That is appealing. I will take the stress hit to have myself a war horse. So I could give my horse a name inspired by history, mythology, or say it's just a horse. I think he wants a name inspired by history. King Charlemagne's horse, Alexander the Great's horse, Neuseus, a Roman general, Hussein ibn Ali's horse, a Chinese warlord's horse, Roland's horse. I mean, he's from part of the world where Roland were. So I think I will go for this Valantif, like Roland's horse from the song. Maybe not a fitting choice if you're striving for détente and conciliation, but that was the one I went for anyway. A new perk for my martial lifestyle is good. I will never back down. Oh, this is interesting. My liege is in an independence war against the King of France. He is the leader and he's allied to the Duke of Gascony. So, what is the Count thinking about all this? He is thinking that this could be an excellent opportunity. We kind of want independence from France because our struggle is down here. And we also want the duchy. So this presents us with an opportunity to see if my liege managed to become independent, and if he does, then we can snatch an independent duchy from under him. That's what we're going to do. I hope. I know I'm above domain limit, but as long as I'm only a count, I can't give away any of my counties. Here comes the French forces. It looks like... yeah, it's an even war, but if I were a betting man, I would bet on the King of France here. Soon my language scheme will have finished. I hope I succeed. Here is an event to undisciplined recruits. It's my major who is training some new levies. I could teach him what I know, or I could cheer him up to make him... let's teach him what I know. He accepted my advice and is now a better commander and gained opinion of me. That is good. Now I gained lifestyle experience for myself. So should we join my liege's war for independence? We could maybe tip the balance, but I think we're better off. We are patient. No, my horse, Valantif, is sick. I could spend 15 gold or trust in God. I will trust in gold. Let's, while we are biding our time here, waiting for this independence war to play out, let's go on a pilgrimage. I wanted to do that in the first episode. Not because I think that he is overly religious, but he believes in God, of course. And he also sees that it is good to be in good standing with the church if you are gonna get ahead in this world. So we will go on a pilgrimage. Should be some amusing events during the way. Catholic pilgrimage. I could go to Jerusalem, the Vatican, or Cologne. I was hoping I could go to Santiago de Compostela. Let's see if... yeah, here it is. To the site at Santiago. It's closest for us. And also it will bring back memories for me, because 15 years ago, I think it was, I wasn't doing the pilgrimage, but I was up here somewhere in the mountains, in a smaller village. That was along the pilgrim trail. I think it was around here. It was a place called Jaca. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. let's go and see what we find on our pilgrimage. Love thy neighbor. Among my fellow pilgrims there is a man who preaches compassion and fellowship until he reaches the topic of heathens. One evening around the campfire he loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of God, deviant and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when he looks at them. Tonight I was not quick enough. Do you not agree, O Count? Says this religious fanatic. In his personality at the moment there is nothing to guide him what he would think, but I am striving for conciliation and the détente as a way to end the Iberian struggle, and I believe that the Count believes that they are not all that bad. I mean, he can see that people of different beliefs are people just like you, and that you can be friends and learn from them. So we are going to go for this and get sympathy to heathens. And here's my language scheme. It's no secret that I'm working hard on learning the Arabic language, and it seems that it's becoming common knowledge among the Mashariki peasantry. They are referring to me as the Count that cares, a flattering thing indeed. Even the lower nobles are lauding my efforts. I feel like my efforts have brought Catalans and Masharikis closer together. So my options here are: perhaps I should hold a speech in both Arabic and Doc Vulgar. It will be a diplomacy challenge which will have a 60% chance of failing. Or I could gain stress and progress my learn language scheme, because as I say, I can't afford distraction. Or I could just go for this is most fortunate and increase the cultural acceptance. I think I will go for the third option here. This is most fortunate. Better cultural acceptance surely is a good thing. Oh, it's a call to war from my ally of Slavonia, Ban Braslav Vladimiric. He is in a holy war against Duke Motirim Vladimiric. So he's a heathen, a pagan, unreformed Slavic faith, Slovianska Pravda. Pravda is truth, right? Slovianska Pravda, the truth to the Slavian truth, perhaps. Anyway, my ally is in this war, and we will have to go help him. Yeah, that's the just thing to do. Oh, pilgrimage, the arrival. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great church of Santiago. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had happened for God to bring me here at this moment in time. I've walked the holy path. I gain a lot of piety, which definitely will be useful, and I also gain the trait pilgrim, which will increase my piety gain. So we are back from the pilgrimage, and we have a call to arms from our ally, who we should help. He's in a war against these people down here in Serbia, I think, present-day Serbia. Yeah, I will play into the role-playing thing and being a just ruler. He's got a call to arms. It's the just thing to do to answer the call, and not only answer it in a name, but also raise our armies to march over there and help. And also it could give us good experience for the wars to come. So where should we go? Let's go and see if we can do battle. Oh, he is turning back here. So I successfully educated Geofré, the daughter of my vassal, the Baron. Here we are, embarked. What if we go there and see if my ally here is willing to join us if we do battle? Strategy integrated. I am sitting in on a strategy meeting with Duke Bernat and Major Vesian, discussing our plans for the ongoing war. Duke Bernat has combined my ideas with Vesian's, merging them into a single cohesive strategy that will give us a significant advantage on the battlefields. I am impressed by Duke Bernat's plans. So it says here that if we do battle, the chances are even. But I hope that if we go to the battle here, that he will leave his siege and reinforce us. Because if he don't, we could be in dire straits. And also let's hope we get there before... Oh, my wife is pregnant again, that is good. Here, the battle has started. Oh, come on. Looks like we're losing because he's not willing to give up his siege. Yes. Let's have ourselves one more phase. No, we're definitely losing this. Well, this could have been a decisive win for us if you had only marched your armies over here to help. But since you didn't, we're out of here. Usually they go for this when they're this close. But, well, we tried our best. Or maybe while we're here, let's go. Could we go to his capital? Here's a strategical impasse, and because I have such a high martial skill, I can take advantage of both suggestions. So I failed to learn Arabic. Being an ambitious, patient man, I need to start over. Now we'll have to see about relieving my stress. For this, I can't do that. I'm overwhelmed by stress. He's not really a man who copes well with stress, this Count. Dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keeps me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Donating to charity? Maybe a couple of drinks? Or I must be strong and resist these impulses. Well, he definitely needs to do something if he's not gonna have a mental breakdown. So are we gonna be a drunkard? Or improvident? Let's donate to charity. I'm really angry at my ally here because if he had only helped us in this battle, we would have won, and then we'd been on the offensive. But if he's not gonna help in the battles, there's not much I can do. Oh, at least I got a son. Sunifred de Barcelona. Praise Saint Bridget, Cecilia's given birth to a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit a count? What's our name? Geofré. Let's name him after myself. He is quick. Let's educate him ourselves. But is good to have a son and heir. Let's see if we can help him do some sieges instead, and maybe if we're standing closer to him here, he will be more inclined to actually do battle with us. So this war is evolving into a who can siege fastest war, which is... I'm so disappointed in him that he didn't help us in this battle. Because if he had done, I think the war had been almost won by now. And it looks like this war is lost for my liege. So he didn't gain independence. Yeah, and he is imprisoned. This should surely be a good thing for us. It would have been good either way. But now my liege is imprisoned and an enemy of the king. I'm really annoyed by having to go all the way back here to the Balkans to help a useless ally do his battles for and do the sieges for him. I want to be back in Catalonia to see about the struggle for Iberia. He's chasing my ally away. Where are you going? Is he going to... We don't want... Let's go and stand up here in the mountains. See if he wants to engage us there. Oh, he already... This war is a disaster. Well, that settles it. You know, Ban Breslav Vladinik, you are useless. I'm gonna march my army home. 2 times we have done battle to... Oh, my new duke is inviting me to his council. No, I will decline. How's my faction looking? I can send an ultimatum in 8 months. That is good. But we need to recover our strength. Maybe now. Yeah, let's give it one last hurrah here. See if we can... No, this battle is lost. My ally was too useless. So let's go up here. A new perk for my martial lifestyle. I want to go down, continue down this tree. It will take my soldiers 7 months to return when I disband them here, I know this. But it's a long way back home, so it's better to stand down the army and let everyone return home as they see fit. We really made an effort to help our ally here. 2 battles we have fought and he didn't reinforce us in any of them. And when he did battle, we tried to make it in time to reinforce, but he was soundly beaten before we could get there. So, since you are useless, I will leave you to your own devices here and focus on more important things. It's my horse, Veilantif. As I make my way to the stables, I am greeted by the happiness of Veilantif. She seems eager to stretch her legs in the beautiful weather, and I can do nothing but agree. So I could gain stress and take a moment to practice, but I need to lose stress. The day is too fine to not be appreciated properly. That's what I'm gonna go for. So this war definitely took its toll on our levies. All is fair. Many treaties have been written on honorable conduct in war, but those authors' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to paper. I know from experience the best way to defeat my enemies is to ensure we only engage in battle on my terms. The question is what terms would be most advantageous. So, trick them into overextending, which will go against my just fate. Hit and run tactics, or I will not stoop to fight in dirty. This one is the obvious choice if you are a just man, it looks like. So I will go for this. That's a ridiculous outfit you're wearing, Count Geofré. Well, if that's how you want to look. Here's some Valdensians. It's heresy. He's a duke of no significant importance to us. I will not convert to Valdensian. The comfort of a friend. There are few things I enjoyed more than Miron's company. He dragged me around to one activity after another, and the high pace truly helped keep my mind off my troubles. After this short break, I felt more at ease than I had in a long time. I'm lucky to have a friend like Miron. He's my brother, and now my friend. That is great. When I become the Duke, I will see about giving him his own lands, I think. That is great. I'm no longer overwhelmed by stress. Very good. So, my ally lost his war, and it was due to his own stupidity. So be it. Now, can we do something with this? In 6 months, we could send an ultimatum. And here's a count who's willing to join. Maybe he will join on his own, because I cannot force him to join me. Well, let's wait 6 months and see, because we are patient. See about forcing. No, you want to have me in my in your council so that I can't usurp the duchy from you. I will decline. That's good. Conciliation phase gain my trust. Conciliation phase gain progress. That is good. There's not much we can do towards this at the moment, because we need to be a more important player in the struggle first. My trusty mayor. A renowned trainer has approached me after hearing rumors of my mighty mare Veilantif and offers his services. All I ask in return is a small compensation. So I could improve my horse for 15 gold. She needs to move more swiftly. That's what I want. Oh, my courtier has given birth to a nephew. So she's this Irish girl that my brother married. And here's their son. That is good. May our house go strong. And my wife is pregnant again. And that was money well spent on the horse. I got agile war horse. Increased my prowess and prestige gain. Toil and hard work. My daughter Elvira has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, she has been repeating the warrior's words to herself. Work hard and you can master anything. Indeed, hard work will bring her what she wants, and she becomes diligent. That's something the Count likes. Learn language. A worn manual. Gospert approaches me, puffing his chest. My lord, I have heard that you are studying the Arabic language. My father was a merchant, and he could learn any language in no time at all, he says. His secrets are in the manual. I have no use for it, as I cannot read. I'd part with it for a reasonable sum. So, Gospet Ulgel here. Ulgel wants to sell me something for 50 gold. I could barter. This will go against my just trait. It's too much money. I would love to have it. I don't really understand why. Bartering with him would be against my just trait. He should be able to refuse, and I would say alright. But no, it says that I would gain stress because I'm just whatever I do. Maybe it's more like I'm threatening him. Because it says here that if I succeed I will only pay 5 and it's worth 50. Or I will definitely don't make him hand it over. So if I had 50 gold, I would have bought this book. But since I don't have it and 50 is a lot at this stage in the campaign, I will sadly have to refuse. When I play, I almost always lean towards the option to accept whatever they're offering, because it's usually more entertaining, but it's a roleplay, so I will play after my character's traits, and I also will try to I'm trying to increase our power base here so that we can take part in the Iberian Struggle. Now I can send the ultimatum for the duchy. That is great. Like I said at the start of this episode, I'm planning to do this my weekend content, so the role-playing, storytelling, let's play as the hopefully Duke of Barcelona, Duke of Catalonia, taking part in the Iberian Struggle with the aim to go for the conciliation and the détente ending of the Iberian Struggle, while role-playing as our character. I will try to upload this on Saturdays and Sundays and continue with my other role-playing, storytelling, let's play as the Norse Viking King of House Corp on weekdays. But as I also said before, if I'm going back to my full-time job after my summer holidays this week, so I will have a harder time finding the time to create content. So if you're watching and enjoying, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. That would encourage me to continue, because I'm doing this as a way to entertain myself mostly, but it's definitely encouraging to know that someone is watching and enjoying, because otherwise I might get it increases the chances of me losing interest and getting bored if I'm only doing it for myself, if you know what I mean. So let's it's like one of those dilemmas you get in the game, right? You have here, there's a 50% chance that the mumbling mystic will lose interest and stop doing content, or you could decrease it to only a 15% chance by leaving a like, something like that. I think I will stop mumbling and searching for the words now and just say thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.